Hello, my dear friends. Welcome back. I want to start today by asking you this question. Do you feel like you are a warrior? I believe you are, and today I want to talk about how amazingly strong and protected you really are. You, in the sense of the human body, is not as fragile as you might think or have been taught to believe. Your body is responsive. It is adaptive, and it is deeply intelligent. Every day, without your awareness, it encounters unseen battles like bacteria, viruses, and environmental stressors. And it responds with remarkable precision. That means it knows just what to do and when to do it. Like, just for a small example, with a cut or a broken bone, the body knows how to heal itself. I know this process well. They don't call me fingers for nothing. It only hurts for a minute, but then they always heal. You see, I know I will heal. If I panicked and thought only the worst could happen, then it most likely will get infected and spread. Because I would keep cursing the event and keep it active instead of calming down and finding a solution. Understanding this process helps us move from fear to informed care. For today's informed care, I'll share some information about viruses and your body's self-defense system. So now, viruses are not living beings in the way humans are. They are biological instructions. They are small packets of genetic material that require a host cell to replicate, sort of like a scavenger searching for decaying food. I am not saying that you are decaying. I'm talking about the cells that have been intruded upon by other weakening factors. When a virus enters the body, it does not automatically mean illness. It means communication has begun between the invader and the immune system. The outcome depends on many factors: immune readiness, your overall health, your stress levels, rest, your nutrition, and yes, even your emotional state. The immune system is not a single organ. It is a network. It is always listening, responding, and remembering. When it recognizes a virus, it mounts a defense. Your body produces inflammation to isolate the attack. You may know these issues when they happen. You can feel it, can't you? It starts out a little sore, so you wonder, now what? Well, if you ignored this first sign, and if that doesn't get your attention, it will turn up the heat and give you a fever, or a fever in the painful area. It does this to slow down replication. That means so it doesn't spread. And then it sends out antibodies to mark the target and neutralize the effect. That is what the body is supposed to be able to do. But that is not how it works anymore in the modern world. People have become disconnected from their own soul. Without proper communication to the power source, that means your higher self, all systems fail. That's where the pills come in. Man-made chemicals to take and use to fight what your body is already programmed to do. This in turn weakens the immune system even more because the body gets used to those drugs being taken. It says, well, they don't need me anymore, and it begins to shut down. Then in turn, it takes more pills to fix that problem. It goes on until you have a big box full of meds you need to take daily. I want to tell you that it is not your fault if you have a weak system. Not everyone knows how to regulate their own body chemistry or are even aware they have the ability to do so. That's why we have doctors, holistic and alternative health workers. So now you know that the responses like inflammation and fever are not body failures. They are evidence of protection at work. Suppressing symptoms without understanding them can disconnect us from what the body is trying to communicate. Learning to listen to your own signals is a big step, and I know you can do it. Now, it's time to go a bit deeper. Okay, let's talk about something often misunderstood or overlooked. Emotions are not just feelings, they are biological events. Chronic stress, fear, unresolved grief, and prolonged anxiety activate the nervous system into survival mode. When the body stays in that state too long, your immune signaling weakens, your inflammation becomes dysregulated, then recovery slows. This does not mean emotions cause viruses. That idea oversimplifies and misleads. But emotions absolutely influence how the body responds once exposure occurs. This is important. Holistic awareness does not always replace medical care. Where else are you going to go for broken bones or in need of painful stitches? I know in one of my other videos I mentioned that I fired my doctor, but that does not mean everyone can just do that. I have had to visit the emergency room on a few occasions myself. This is science, but people don't see it that way. They have been brought up to depend too much on their doctor to fix them, when in fact all they are doing is giving you more chemicals to take, which I have to admit is necessary in some cases. So don't fire your doctor so soon. So we will just say that the most effective approach is integrated, evidence-based medicine when needed. Also, emotional regulation, rest, proper nourishment, and informed prevention. Balance, not extremes, creates resilience. The body heals best in safety. Sleep tells the immune system it's safe to repair, so don't feel guilty when you need a nap. But if you are tired all the time, it is a signal. Drinking water keeps you hydrated, and hydration supports cellular communication, giving you more energy, and sunlight regulates immune timing. Practicing calm breathing signals recovery mode, and emotional reassurance, knowing what's happening instead of fearing it, can change the internal environment dramatically. Viruses are part of the biological world. So is the immune system. So are emotions. You are not powerless. You are not broken. And your body is not your enemy. When knowledge replaces fear and care replaces control, the body remembers how to restore balance. I want you to believe this. Believe in your own warrior power. Believe in the almighty you. All right, are you ready for some more exciting news? We talk a lot about the seen world, like the symptoms, the diagnoses, the medicines. But as we've just explored, there's a deeper, unseen battle happening inside you every single day, one that science is only beginning to fully appreciate. Viruses are not just biological invaders, they are profound energy disruptors, and your body's inner defenses are far more complex and interconnected with your emotional state than you've been told. Let's look into this a bit more. Viruses and your inner defenses. Listen to this. A virus doesn't just attack your cells, it attacks your energetic field. Stick around and I'll give you some action steps to take today, where you'll learn how to strengthen your defense field and remain a warrior. Now, most people see a virus as an external enemy, a foreign invader to be fought and destroyed. They're right, to a degree, but this view is incomplete. They miss the larger, more profound picture. Your body is not just a collection of organs and tissues. It's an intricate, intelligent, energetic system, a living field of information and light. Your chakras, your aura, these are not metaphors. They are real, tangible aspects of your being, your human energy centers. And just as a virus can make your physical body feel weak, it creates a ripple effect through your entire energetic being, disrupting its natural harmony. The law of vibration tells us that a low-frequency state, chronic stress, persistent fear, poor nutrition, lack of sleep, lowers your overall vibrational resonance. This doesn't just weaken your immune system, it can create an energetic opening for invaders. Think about it. A virus doesn't just attack randomly, it exploits a pre-existing weakness. Viruses that hit your respiratory system, like colds and the flu, often target the heart center. This is the seat of love and connection. An imbalance here can impact your ability to forgive, find happiness, and literally to breathe freely. Intestinal viruses that cause digestive issues often weaken the solar plexus. This is the center of your personal power, self-worth, and gut instincts. When it's compromised, you may feel powerless or lose trust in your own intuition. And those viruses causing profound fatigue, body aches, and brain fog, like we see with long COVID or chronic fatigue syndromes, can dim your crown and third eye chakras. This affects your clarity, your sense of purpose, and your vital spiritual connection to the universe. If you want to become the mighty warrior of your own mind, body, and soul, you must learn that a warrior doesn't just fight the virus on a physical level. A warrior understands this energetic interplay. They strengthen their entire system, building an impenetrable fortress from the inside out. I know exactly what some of you may be thinking. Are you saying I get sick because my energy is weak? That feels like you're blaming me for getting ill. It's a fair question, and it deserves a straight answer. So let's clear the air right now. After years of medical treatment, surgeries, medications, different doctors and so on, and nothing worked or helped, and they could find nothing physically wrong with me, I had to stop and take a look at myself and realized my own mind was trapping me and my own thoughts were making me sick to my stomach. I didn't blame myself for this. I just simply figured it out and wanted to learn more about how to get out of my own head and stop being my worst enemy. I was constantly fighting with myself. I wanted this to stop. I wanted to make peace and be friends with myself. So, no, I didn't blame myself or anyone. I had to face my biggest enemy, which was within me, fear itself. So listen up, because this is the most important shift in perspective you can make. This is not about blame. It is about profound empowerment. I have said this before, that blame is not an emotion. It is an action or a reaction. It's a built-in defense system that we learn as children. Blame is a victim's game, a dead-end street that keeps you stuck. Understanding, on the other hand, is a warrior's tool. It gives you the power to change your reality. Your energetic state doesn't magically create a virus out of thin air, but it absolutely, unequivocally, impacts your susceptibility and the speed and quality of your recovery. Think of your body as a garden. Your energy is the soil. A virus is like an invasive weed seed. The seed itself isn't your fault, but the health of the soil determines whether that seed takes root and chokes out your plants, or fails to find purchase and withers away. A well-tuned instrument is harder to break. A strong, coherent, energetic field is harder to penetrate. When your internal environment is one of high-frequency emotions like gratitude and peace, your very biology responds. Your immune system functions more efficiently. When it's steeped in low-frequency stress and fear, your body is in a constant state of emergency, diverting resources away from defense and repair. This is about taking proactive, radical ownership of your total health, mind, body, and spirit. It's not about shaming yourself for a challenge. It's about honoring your body's incredible intelligence and giving it the support it needs to do its job. All right, no more excuses. It's time to stop passively waiting to get sick and start actively building your inner defenses. Knowledge is useless without action. So, here are 2 powerful, practical warrior strategies that can get you started today. The first thing you can do is the chakra shield meditation. For the next week, commit to just 5 minutes each day. Find a quiet space. Close your eyes and visualize a strong, vibrant color at each of your 7 primary energy centers. Start from the base of your spine with the root chakra, a powerful grounding red. Then move up to the sacral, which is just below the belly button. It is a creative orange. Then the solar plexus in the stomach area, which is a confident yellow. Next, the heart chakra, as you can imagine, is near the heart, and it is a healing, loving green. Then comes the throat chakra, located in the throat area, and it is an expressive sky blue. Now we go up to the brow, better known as the third eye, located at the center of the forehead, and it is an intuitive royal blue. And finally, we continue moving up to the crown. At the top of the head, it is a spiritual violet, or brilliant white light connecting you to the universe. Imagine each color spinning in a clockwise direction, growing brighter, forming a protective, luminous shield around you. This is how you consciously strengthen and harmonize your energetic field. The next thing you can do is the energetic audit and boost. This is your in-the-moment tool. When you feel physically run down, stressed, or under the weather, take a moment, pause, go beyond just the physical symptoms, and ask yourself, which energetic center feels most out of balance right now? Meaning, where in your body do you feel the tension or discomfort? Is it a struggle to express yourself? When you feel a lump in your throat, that's the throat chakra. When you experience a feeling of powerlessness or a knot in your stomach, that's the solar plexus. When you experience a sense of disconnection or grief, that's the heart chakra. Go ahead and try to be honest with yourself. Once you identify it, take one small, deliberate action to support that specific chakra. It doesn't have to be monumental. It could be 5 minutes of mindful breathing, journaling your feelings, singing out loud, or a short walk in nature. This is how you begin to address the energetic root cause of your physical state, creating an integrated response. Your physical body and your energetic body are not separate entities. They are two sides of the same coin, intricately connected in a constant dance. Mastering your inner defenses is not about creating an impenetrable wall or avoiding illness entirely. That's an impossible goal. It's about building such profound resilience and self-awareness that when challenges inevitably come, you are strong, centered, and wise enough to meet them, recover quickly, and learn from the experience. Now go strengthen your inner fortress. This is your life, your health, your power. Take it back. And if you're ready to face more real truths and start living a more conscious, empowered life, check out my other videos on mindfulness and emotional intelligence. Remember to subscribe and hit those notifications so you don't miss our next journey together. See you next time, my dear friends.